I need a better life for you, a better life for me. I need a better life. I need a better life for you, a better life for me. I need a better life. You are watching Green Studio. You are watching Green Studio. You are watching Green Studio. You are watching Green Studio.
The legendary Indian leader Mahatma Gandhi once said that the greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Hello there, welcome to Green Studio, a better life for you, a better life for me. On today's show, we talk about the welfare and protection of animals, from the pets in our homes to the movement of livestock for slaughter. Today, we want to find out about the regulation and procedures for the welfare of animals and the nitty-gritties in between.
You're watching Green Studio.
Did you know that the white rhinoceros is also known as the square-lipped rhino? It is huge with an elongated head and two horns on the snout. Its mouth is square and wide, different from that of a black rhino. The rhino is one of the big 5 protected animals in Zimbabwe that are at risk of becoming extinct, mainly due to poaching activities and destruction of their natural habitat. Bless visited the Veterinarians for Animal Welfare Zimbabwe to talk about issues to do with animal welfare. Green Studio, a better life for you, a better life for me.
You're still watching Green Studio right here. I'm joined by Bernard from the Veterinarians for Animal Welfare. Good day, Bernard, how are you? I'm very, very well. Tell me about your organization. What are you guys all about?
Well, Veterinarians for Animal Welfare, our organization is meant on educating and looking into animal welfare issues. Yes. Basically, what I would say is that we look into all animal aspects. It's either in the wild, domestic, and farm animals. Let's take, for instance, in the wild, we have what we call the animals in captivity, like the lions and whatever. We do carry out inspections.
Okay.
Looking on to the living conditions, how they are being kept and how they are being looked after in their captivities.
How common are issues of animal cruelty right here in Zimbabwe?
There are quite common issues, especially on to dogs. Especially dogs, the domestic dogs being kept in cages and dogs being tied up. And there is a belief of whereby if you tie a dog and let it out at night, tie a dog during the day and let it out at night, it will make that dog vicious. Keeping a dog in a cage and let it out at the end of the day at night, it's all what the belief is, but there's nothing of that sort that animals are to be kept in that manner. It was like confined, if your dog is being kept in a cage, which is a cruel manner, because it is being kept confined, which comes under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, which is the Zimbabwean.
So the dog must be let go around the yard, move freely.
Yeah, it has to feel, it has to run around on the property, of which, that's why we emphasize people to, if you want to acquire a dog, make sure that you have a secure property. Make sure that your property is walled and gated, either it's fenced and gated.
All right.
Yes.
I've heard people giving a dog mustard to make it more vicious, because everybody wants to protect their property, because this property is valuable. Is it normal? Is it okay for you to make your dog more vicious?
It's like you having chilies. If you take almost half of a bottle of the chili and putting onto your food, can you say you enjoy it? Which is the same thing that people always say that if you give dogs mustard, mustard is not the right thing for the dogs. Mustard is not meant for the dogs, if I may say that way. It's not meant for the dogs. It's meant for us humans. That's a spicy thing.
I've seen beautiful puppies at corners of roads where young people, older people are selling their puppies. I've asked around and said, why are you selling them? Someone will tell you, I've got too many puppies at my home, so I'm trying to find some money from selling these puppies. Is that the right way to go about it?
Why go out onto the street? We're talking of living animals. It's not right for one to sell puppies on the side of the road. They are not tomatoes, they are not bananas or any fruits, but we're talking of live animals. There's no right for people to sell dogs. We've been having challenges of people always getting phone calls about, on such a place there's a guy selling 2 puppies, on such a place there's a guy selling 2 puppies. It's not the right way of doing it.
What is the right way then for one to acquire a puppy or a cat?
Well, this is why we have places like SPCA. You can go there, adopt an animal from there. I mean, you find that SPCA is a municipal pound of which any other animals which are found on the streets or wherever they might be found, they are taken to the SPCA. And moreover, SPCA, as I said, that it is a municipal pound of where this is where you can adopt a dog from there. One, the puppies from SPCA, they are well looked after.
Yes.
They are done for all their vaccinations from the age of 6 weeks.
Meaning you are supposed to have, your dog is supposed to have vaccination certificates.
Exactly, yeah. You've got to. I mean, it's like a puppy has to be done for its vaccinations at the age of 6 weeks.
Okay.
9 weeks, 12 weeks, and thereafter then they get to the injections for rabies.
Can you please name the vaccinations?
Well, the first injection is called parvovirus, which is actually it's highly contagious if you don't get your puppies done for. It's like when you get vaccination kids when they get done for their 6 weeks and etc. etc.
Yes.
It's also on the animal side as well. It's also there that puppies, they're also being done for that.
I'm concerned about the meat that we consume. We slaughter pigs, we slaughter goats and cows. Commercially, what is the right procedure for the meat that is delivered into butchers for these animals to be slaughtered?
There we are also facing other challenges, especially on the transportation from point A to point B. That would be when animals are being transported from the farmers and then they are being taken to the abattoirs.
Yes.
Animals have to be slaughtered humanely in an abattoir, not to just slaughter an animal in an unprevented area. I mean, it's a healthy hazard. I mean, for something that's going to be consumed by humans, it has to be slaughtered in an abattoir. Then, from there, it has to be taken, it's going to be delivered to the butcheries. Because when it goes to the abattoir, obviously, once it's been slaughtered, it's got to be inspected by the meat inspectors.
Is there a way that me as the consumer, I can say this is meat, of course, stamped to be eaten?
If it's gone through the abattoir, obviously it will be passed by the meat and health inspectors, which they say it is suitable for consumption, which whereby it's from the butcher, from the abattoir to the butchery.
Tell me about your role in animal poaching. What are you guys doing as the veterinarians for animal welfare against poaching activities in Zimbabwe?
We are against poaching as an animal welfare regarding to the way that how is that animal being killed. Yes. We believe that, I mean, like for instance, at one stage we once heard that there were other hunters that were coming into the country and they were using dogs for hunting, which is also illegal to use a dog for hunting.
All right.
Yes. Because it's the way and the manner how that animal is going to be killed by those dogs, which they'll be used for hunting, which is actually an offense under the Parks and Wildlife Act, which it's the act that is being used by national parks. We do get ourselves involved in looking on our welfare aspects, on how the animals are being killed, and that we are actually against poaching in this country.
You had some enlightening information right there about animal welfare. Make sure your dog gets vaccinated and you have the certificate to prove it. Don't buy puppies at the corner of streets. You watching Green Studio, a better life for you is definitely a better life for me.
Remember that we also need to take care of animals to protect them from any disease or anything that might be harmful to their lives. If you have a pet at home, please take it for vaccination to protect it from possible disease. Protecting animals is protecting ourselves. This is Green Studio, a better life for you, a better life for me.
On the previous show, we asked you to identify the plant on the screen. Was it a cycad, an aloe, or cactus? The correct answer is B, aloe. Did you know that the aloe plant is native to Africa? Species are found in southern Africa, the mountains of tropical Africa, various islands off the coast of Africa, including Sardinia, Madagascar, and the Arabian Peninsula. For getting the answer correct, the winners are Hajine Cement, Ginger Mandaza, and Richmond Begede. They sent their answers through our Facebook and WhatsApp platforms. You too can stand a chance to win meal vouchers. Look out for the Green Studio trivia question coming up shortly. Animals are extremely important to the environment. The reason they are important is because of the food chain. Animals are a specific kingdom of consumers which help out the environment a lot. Every single animal plays a huge role. If one animal is taken out of a food chain, an entire ecosystem can collapse and or become extremely unstable. Therefore, it is important to maintain this balance by taking care of and protecting animals. We visited Mukubisi Woodlands to get a close-up appreciation of animal care.
You're watching Green Studio.
Every morning we have to groom the horses. This is to make them look smart. They will be shine, we'll be removing the dust all over the body for it to look smooth. And after doing this, we go to the other side again. Then after this, we took the brush, the soft brush. Then we do this again for it to look shine. Then, after working with the manes, we go to the tail. Brush the tail again like this. We use a wiper cloth to clean the eyes, and we do this. Come on, warrior. Here, we have to remove we have to clean the eyes so that the flies won't come. Once the flies comes, they lay some eggs and the horse might have some sore eyes. So we clean the eyes. We just do it gently like this. We remove all the dirt from the eyes. After this, we use a hoof pick. And this hoof pick will be cleaning under the hoofs. We'll be removing some pebbles. Even we'll be checking for some nails from under the shavings. Then we do this, and when we do this, we clean like this. Come on. It's very cold, so we have to cover them. During the morning, after feeding the horses, we remove the blankets. We start like here.
According to the Zimbabwean law, any person who cruelly beats, kicks, ill-treats, overrides, overdrives, overloads or tortures any animal shall be guilty of an offense and liable to a fine not exceeding $200 or to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 6 months or to both such a fine and such imprisonment. Therefore, let us take time to know, understand, and appreciate the animals around us. They play an important role in our ecosystem, provide us with meat and security. Green Studio, a better life for you, a better life for me. This week's trivia question is a rhino an A, carnivore, B, omnivore, or C, a herbivore? Post your answer on our Facebook page, which is Green Studio Zim, or via WhatsApp to stand a chance to win yourself a meal voucher courtesy of our sponsors. Green Studio, a better life for you, a better life for me.
Sunshine City kupenya here uko wandifungisa Jerusalema. Simba kumashimo e Great Zimbabwe, wandifundisa shingo reJericho. Matombo ematopo, basi ndipo pakavigwa Jesu. Vanivutiza Zambia vuya Zimbabwe, yambuka Zambezi wofura Jorodani. Zite kudenga, asi ndiri kudenga, ndafunga denga rinonzi Zimbabwe. Ini ndafunga denga rinonzi Zimbabwe. Ndei kuZimbabwe nyika yevachene.
As we continue to celebrate the animal kingdom, Green Studio paid a courtesy call on the Dog and Kennel Club to see the interaction between mankind and dogs.
At the Kennel Club of Harare, we do obedience for all breeds of dogs, and we do dog jumping. All dogs should be trained. There's nothing worse than having a dog pulling your arm out if you're walking down the street, and you don't want dogs fighting with other dogs. You've got to have dogs socialized with all dogs, not just have problems. At the Kennel Club, we have 3 or 4 different classes. We have the trainers class, and then we have a class for beginners, which is a lot of socializing, a lot of play work. We train with treats, or we train with a ball. It's all going to be fun for the dog. You can't just do like school, no playtime. It's all training. So after they finish the beginners class, then they go up to the next class, which is a bit more serious. They teach their dog to sit. They teach their dog to down. They teach their dog to stay. This is all part of having a well-trained dog. Later on, you go up into a top class. We've also got a class for little dogs, like this Yorkie over here, and sausage dogs, so that any dogs can be trained. The idea is everybody has a well-trained dog. One of the good things is having a well-trained dog is when visitors come, they're not going to jump up at you and make your lovely white t-shirt filthy. You've got to say to your dog, no, and the dog must learn not to jump up at you. The other thing is a well-trained dog, you can go for a walk. You can go out to Makabuzi woodlands. You can have fun with your dog. A dog is a companion, not just a thing to guard your house. While I'm on that subject, it's no good having a guard dog guarding your house, and then the burglar comes and he throws poison over the fence and you've got a dead dog. The best thing would be is to have your dog in the kitchen with you, and then if you hear your dog bark a lot, he's probably saved your house from being burgled.
So after training my dog, what kind of diet should I feed it?
I don't just feed her sadza. They've got to have a well-balanced dog food. There's lots on the market, some a bit cheaper than others. Some people say you can just give the pellets. We like to mix a little bit of meat with it. But sadza on its own isn't good. You must always make sure the dog's got clean drinking water, and never have a dog tied up on a line. That just makes them vicious. You don't want a vicious dog that's going to run. Say if a kid runs past, the dog's going to run and bite the kid.
Who can participate in the Kennel Club and how do they go about it?
If anybody wants to come to the Kennel Club of Harare, we run classes on a Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. You've got to bring your veterinary certificate. All dogs have to have rabies injections, and all dogs have to have the 5-in-1, which covers parvo and distemper, which is a killer of dogs. Any dogs in the bush should also be dipped or have front line. A lot of dogs die from biliary, which they shouldn't get if they were dipped regularly. Like if you dip your cattle, you dip your dog, but not in that dip. There's special dips for dogs. So if you want to come to the Kennel Club, 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning, you've got to bring your veterinary certificates, as I've said. Bring a toy that the dog likes. Maybe a ball. Do you want a ball, Roxy? Maybe a ball that it likes. Roxy prefers food. Otherwise, bring some bits of sausage or bits of nice food that the dog likes.
Dogs are social animals. They need a job, they need a role within their social hierarchy, and they just absolutely love doing the agility. They get to run around, have fun, be with their owners, and quite frankly even the people love it. It's a good way to spend an afternoon, to spend some weekend days running around doing an obstacle course. Mickey. And agility, we get to run a number of courses. There's jumps, there's tunnels, there's weaving poles the dog has to go through, there's obstacles they have to negotiate over and under, and it's a speed event. So the fastest dog with the shortest course time and the fewest faults win. So we train twice a week, sometimes more. We get little groups together, and we have shows maybe once or twice a month in which we compete, and I said it's a speed event, so it's fastest dog wins.
Okay, my name is Cindy. This is my dog Jade. I've been doing agility for about 1.5 years now. We started off training her slowly, and she's just competed in her one competition so far. It's been quite a challenge, but it's lots of fun. We have a really good trainer here. He's got a lot of experience. He's taught the dogs well. We've taken it in steps, learned how to jump, do weaving, seesaw, and now the dogs are all able to run a full course. They're all getting a lot more experience. It's a lot of fun. The dogs enjoy it. Drains their energy, keeps everyone busy. Yeah, and it's definitely worth trying. Green Studios, a better life for me, a better life for you.
Hi, I'm Katie. This is my dog Jock. He's an SPCA special. I took him on over 1 year ago. I've been doing jumping now for about 2 months, and he's learning all the jumps, the weaving, and odd little other bits. He's a clever boy. Please help and adopt a dog at SPCA.
There you go. Animals are not bad at all. They indeed serve a purpose in the environment and in our lives. Next time you see or hear of an animal in distress or that has been injured or abandoned, report it to the SPCA or your nearest veterinary clinic. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, Green Studio Zim, where we keep you updated with the latest Green Studio news. Now until next time, don't forget, a better life for you is definitely a better life for me.